Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. In this episode, I'll be continuing Mission 4 from Ambush, hopefully to a conclusion, but let's see. Yeah, I've been doing 2 rounds per episode, but, it's been going on a bit, so let's just see if, what actually happens. You could hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and any comments much appreciated, especially has anyone ever managed to take out one or both bridges. Let's go down to the map. Okay, beginning around 7. We have 2 active Germans, Schultz, and what is his name? What's his name? Urbach on the map. Okay. Muller wants to surrender, and the SS officer plus his aide-de-camp have driven off the board. So, round 7. We have random event first, and we are on condition 6, as high as it goes. Okay, random event is 5. Random event is 5. And that says 886. 886. Okay. 886. Bring up the paragraphs. 886. Right. It goes on about things that haven't occurred. So it's on about S6 not occurred, S8 not occurred, S9 has not occurred. Roll 1 die. Result even. Let's see what the result is. I roll an 8. That's an even. If result even, see 051. Okay. More Germans. 051. If any US soldiers can see any of the following hexes. Okay. So can I see D17? D17. I can. Go to 582. Darn it. More Germans in it. 582. Where's those glider boys? Okay. So that's S9. Activated. Boop. German 84 in the first hex. Okay. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I can't see D17. It's out of line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't see that hex. Let's go back to 051. Let's see. 051. 51. L10. L. Okay. Well, I definitely can see there. Yeah. Definitely can see L10. Okay. So back to 582 then. Well, I got away with it there. Oh well. Right. Activate German 84. Okay. Gonna pause while we bring in the German. Okay, this is Mr. Pfeiffer. He's got an initiative of 1. Woohoo! A low initiative German. Just obviously taking him his time to put his boots on. Because there he is. Again, hasn't specified, so I'm assuming he's standing. Normally it says crouching if they're crouching or whatever. So there he is. Initiative 1. Wow. Okay, so that was the random event. Now we roll for initiative. Okay, the Germans roll 4. I roll 3, so the Germans have the initiative. Okay, so I rolled a 3. So where does he go? There, there. Bloody hell! Panic, panic, and panic. Oh, look at that! 4 of my guys are panicking. All right, and they rolled a 4. Okay, Mr. Pfeiffer. Remember, the Germans don't panic on this chart. Why? I don't know. I honestly do not understand why my guys suffer panic and they don't. But there we go. Okay, so it's Mr. Pfeiffer. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So Gibbs panics because he's on his own. These two panic because they're out of command control. So there we go. That's and Hicks. Hicks, that was the previous game. Hansen panics as well. I don't know what to do with that. So Mr. Pfeiffer activates here. Right, what's he going to do? I haven't rolled a German activation number yet. Which is 6. Okay. 6. And looks like this guy only activates in condition 6. He's doing an 862. Eight, 6, 2. All right. If active target in sight and the soldier occupies an open hex, no. If active target in sight and the soldier occupies a non-open hex, crouch and conduct best fire. Okay, starts to crouch, conduct best fire. You can fire at both of these two. So I'm going to randomly determine odd it's Elmore. I can do that. I'm going to roll it on here. Odd it's Elmore. He rolls odd, it is Elmore. Okay. So conduct best fire. He is armed with a bolt action, bolt rifle. Okay. 5% chance of weapon jam. 46, no, that's fine. So short range shot is 5. He's firing a crouched target in woods. Take away 3 is 2. And his weapon skill is -1. That's all. 0 and a 1. He rolls a 4. That's a miss. Okay. So that moves him to there. Oh, they all go again. So who we got here? All right. Alphabetical order again, or we actually Mr. P. Okay. New activation German number. Glad you all reminded me. Here's a 3. Okay, so what's this guy now going to do? Mr. P again. Roll a 3. That's 825. 825. Crouch and conduct snap fire at as many targets as possible, beginning with the closest and then the easiest. He's got 2 targets he can snap fire at. And that will require, because of the recrouching, we know it's going to be zeros. So firing at Faulkner, rolls a 5, that's a miss, and firing at L12, Elmore, he rolls a 7, that's a miss as well. That -1 weapon skill does hurt him. Yay! Right, next up we have Schultz, who's in K14, crouched in the open. Okay. Schultz. And activation number 3. On condition 6. 8, 6, 2. 8, 6, 2. 8. If no active target, no, there is active targets in sight. If active target in sight and the soldier occupies an open hex, which he does, move as quickly as possible. Fall prone after movement, spending a movement point to do so if necessary. Okay, move as quickly as possible. That means he stands. This is where opportunity fire would be good, wouldn't it? Okay, that's his 3 starts change. And he's in K14. K14. Moves to J14. Okay. Paragraph is 862. Make sure. Right. If active target in sight and soldier occupies an open hex, yes, move as quickly as possible. Fall prone after movement, spending a movement point to do so if necessary. Okay, so in other words, he carries on moving. J14 then. He doesn't fall prone at that point. J14 goes to J13, which is the building. Fall prone after movement. So that's 3 movement points. Spending a movement point to do so if necessary. Well, he won't be able to leave that building now because it will cost him another 2. So he will fall prone at that point. Okay. That's not what I wanted to see. He's in the building. And he's got line of sight to Anderson on the bridge. It's not nice. Okay. That Schultz done. Then the Mr. Wounded moves Urbach. Okay. We're still on activation 3. What's Mr. Urbach going to do? Condition. This is 867. 867. Right, okay. This goes on about active targets in sight. 867. There is an active target in sight, so that doesn't apply. If active target in sight, move as quickly as possible. Fall prone in first open hex. Move as quickly as possible. Well, it costs them a movement point to stand up to come out of prone. Oh, delete that. Let's see where he goes. E11. Let's go to E12. Now he hasn't got enough movement points to do that. 867. 8. Sometimes I get mixed up with the paragraphs. Active target in sight. Move as quickly as possible. Fall prone in the first non-open hex entered. Spending a movement point necessary if no open hex is entered. Fall prone in last hex entered again. Spending a movement point necessary. Okay, so he hasn't got enough movement points to enter E12. But what was it? It's something about crouch movement, isn't it? Let me just double check something here. Okay. If you move, a crouch soldier can move only 1 hex by crawling, which costs all his movement points. Standing soldier can move 1 or more hexes, depending on his movement points. So he can, that's something to remember, crouch into E12. where it told me to place him. Carry out a prone that costs a movement point. And he can use all his remaining movement points to go. I don't know. It's a little bit vague on that one, but I think that's right. He wants to get in close contact with Brewer. Let him. Tell me, is that right or wrong? Because look at that paragraph 867. I'm going to read it again. If active target in sight, move as quickly as possible. For him, as quickly as possible to crawl up. I didn't realize he could still crawl. Fall prone in the first non-open hex entered, spending a movement point to do so if necessary. If no, he hasn't got any movement points left. So, yeah, costs a movement point to stand up, but you can, because it's not a free stance change. I don't know. Maybe that's what he does. He goes into crouch there, which costs him a movement point, and a crouching move costs all your movement points, and he's already spent one. Yeah, he's already spent one. Any comments about that? Be much appreciated. That's probably a bit more correct. Next time if that comes through, he would go there because he could spend all his movement points to move into E12. So that's the German done. And my only two guys that can activate is Mr. A and Mr. B. Okay, well, Ambrose will increase that. Now, he's done 2 turns. Ambrose Anderson. Ambrose was the previous guy. And he, knowing that German is still active, will fire at him. So let's move him down to there. And Mr. B, Mr. Brewer. Okay. First off, determine if the weapon jams. Rolls a 48. No, that's fine. Okay. So it's 2 hex range is a 5. Brewer makes it a 6. 7. His weapon skills 2, so makes it a 7. The guy is crouching in cover. Makes it a 6. Roll of a 0. It's a hit. Okay, this is a carbine. No, it's not. It's a submachine gun. Roll of a 9. I think that should take him out. It does. Okay. Well done, Brewer. Delete that. Let's get a status KIA on him. Oh, and then ammo. What is it on a submachine gun? 50% or lower? 59. So that's okay. A bit more control fire from Brewer. Okay, properties. I'm going to hey, you, and he also did this one, didn't he? L, you. Well done, Brewer. Apply. Close. There's no other German incapacitated, is there? No. So that's all I've done so far. Well, someone did T. Who did T? Was that Gibbs? Change properties. Wounded T, incapacitated T, yeah. Okay. All right. That's the status at the present moment. Well done, Brewer. And that ends. Oh, not quite. No. So he's panicked. That means he goes back to prone. Okay, that's him done. And these 3. Gibbs is already prone, hasn't moved. And Faulkner and Elmore, they both go prone because they panic. Prone and not him, he's incapacitated, simply. Prone. Okay. Not much happened that turn. No. Is it worse? Oh no, let's do round 8. Round 8. Okay. Um, Random event. That is 1. 0 and a 1 is a 1. 886. 886. 886. Right. If S6 not occurred, it has. If S8 not occurred, it has. If S9 not occurred, it has. If S6 has occurred, C097. S6 has occurred, C097. Okay. This is more villains. Ooh. If US soldier 06 has not entered, then enter US soldier 06 in A5, crouching. He is the sole survivor of the glider which wrecked off map. I have got a US soldier. Wow. Okay. Okay, so soldier 6 is card J. All right. It's got on here glider survivor. Initiative 2, PC 4, weapon skill 0, and notes already wounded. Hence why I placed a wounded marker on him. He's armed with a carbine and a pistol. Great. And I gain 2 victory points if he's still active at the end of the mission. So, okay. Yeah. Not great, but it's better than kicking the teeth by a blind man. Initiative. Okay. Germans roll 3, I roll 5. Okay. Germans roll 3, I roll 5. Ambrose with a 5. Keep calling him Ambrose. Anderson. Brewer with a 5. Those 3 with a 5. With a 5. Germans 3. We know the Germans don't panic. Okay. 5, no panic. Anderson doesn't panic because he's within command range of Bruce. They help each other. But Hansen, back to the panic mode. But these guys. Oh, and Gibbs goes there. But he's not wounded. They all go there. Okay. Over to me. All right. Let's Anderson. Okay, so that's a 2. I'm going to get it. Where did I find that? Explosive. There we go. Get another one of those and flip it. So he's now done 3 turns on that bridge. Okay, Gibbs. That's right, he's prone, isn't he? I think it's time to pick up the automatic rifle if we can. So, free stance change. and then spends all his movement points to move into N7. N7. Can't even remember how we get the cache because it's never happened in any of the attempts I've made. It says sighting 7, but we've had sighting 7. We've had all sightings now apart from 4. There's no additional sighting. So him crouching to there is all his movement. So how does he open the cache? How does he open the cache? Special rule about it. In this mission, you are given weapons cache that lands right, Robert. This cache can carry 4 port weapons and 8 ammo boxes of ammo. You can put equipment and ammo into your right. The cache enters play like a soldier. It has 2 sides to its counter, closed and open. When the cache counter lands, it remains closed side up until opened. To open it, a soldier must occupy the same hex, crouching, and spend 1 action to open it. Thereafter, soldiers can use the pick up exchange equipment action in operations around to remove its contents. Right, okay. So his next action will be to open it then, because he's already crouching. That's Gibbs done as well. Okay. Mr. Brewer. Now, can he see? Well, no, not really. Oh, there, no. So I'm going to move him. He's only got 1 action, hasn't he? So 3 stance change. Actually, let's think about this. I ideally would like to get him there. So that's going to cost him how much to go up that embankment? Is that +1? Embankment. +1. Up only. So that would be 2 to there, 3 to there, and he can crouch again. Okay, let's do that. So change stance. 2 to there, F13. We've had sighting 4. So, oh no, we haven't. Oh no, we haven't. Sighting 4, 468. Oh, blimey. You ever get the feeling you've done something wrong, Mr. Sibley? 468. Let's see. We're in a different condition now, aren't we? Luck activation check +1. Well, the activation number is now 08. So it's only going to fail on a 9. To 0. If successful, go to 47. Yeah, there's another German. That's sighting 4 now done. That's all the sightings. Activate German 51 in hex J30 in J13. There's another German in that building. Okay, hit pause. Okay, so he enters the building crouch. So there's 2 in there. And now I have to roll a new German activation number, see how many actions he gets. So German activation number is 6. So he gets 1. Okay, so we carry on as we're. Okay, yeah, if he got a 3, 5, or an 8, he'd have got 2 actions. Okay. Right, where were we? That was Brewer spending 2 movement points. He then goes here for 3, which is F14. That's sighting 2. We've already had sighting 2. Better say we went on sightings. And then goes prone for 4. Okay. That's Brewer. Anderson finishes the bridge. So have we got a marker to show that we've actually done that bridge? No. No, I mean, I can say a no. I just like to have things on the bridge to vehicles, status. No, looks like just like to have a. I'm not going to use destroyed rails. Low and tire. These are modules that I, but it doesn't seem to have a bridge. Okay. Um, no, don't remember. Okay, I'll remove those markers because, but we know we have done G13 bridge, and that's 4 victory points at the moment. I do the G14 bridge, then that's 10. Right. Okay. So that's Mr. Anderson done. Gibbs now opens the cache. That's literally him done. Okay. Mr. J. Oh, blimey, what are we going to do with you? I get 2 victory points if you're still active at the end of the scenario. Can't see you contributing much, but you're wounded. Let's get into cover. In crouch into A4. Says none. That's him done. Both Faulkner and Elmore. Okay. I think it's time to get it out of here. So coming out of prone is 1 movement point. Then use all remaining movement points to get there. All right. I mean, actually, he would have to stand there, wouldn't he? Yeah, change stance. That's, yeah. And let's do the same with Faulkner. We know these guys can't see because there's a solid wall there. So no one can see those dudes. I think he stayed out until something changed his status. As far as he's concerned, he's like eating dirt. And that's the way I understand it, because he wants to surrender. Okay, so that's my guys. All done. So we're looking at Mr. P, the German stance. Okay, Mr. P. Okay. The German activation number is now I rolled it, didn't I? I don't think I changed it on here. Yeah, it was 6 because the dice is still in there. So actually 6. Okay. German activation number 6. Mr. P, that means he does paragraph 862. 862. Paragraph book would help. Right. So if no active target in sight, there is now no active target in sight. Move as quickly as possible, fall prone if an active target in sight and free starts change available. So it says move as quickly as possible. So he stands. That's his first thing. Change his. Okay, so that's his free starts change. And he's in L10. That's A11. So that's 2 movement points. No one visible, so it carries on. K11 moves to J11. That's 3. Still can't see anybody. Embankment's blocking line of sight. J11 goes to J12. So that's 2, 3, 4 movement points. At which point he can now see somebody, but he hasn't got any movement points to do a stance change. Looks like J13 is their rallying point, doesn't it? Which sort of makes sense. It's a building that's looking over the bridges. Oh, to be able to get a grenade in there. Yeah. Okay, so that's Mr. P done. Next up, you. I think U's taken out, wasn't he? Yes, he's KIA. Okay, W and S. Where is Mr. W? He's in the building. So, okay, W. On first turn, use 825. This is not the first turn, is it? It's second turn. I know it's his first turn. 1 turn, 2 turns. On first turn, yeah. All right. Yeah. His first turn, 825. Right. Crouch and conduct fire, snap fire at as many targets as possible, beginning with the closest and then the easiest. Okay. So he can see both of my guys, Anderson and Brewer. So he can conduct snap fire at both. So closest, then easiest. So at closest, 1, 2, 3 hex range, short range. First shot, you have to determine jamming. 5% chance. 0.7. Close. Yeah, he's sort of like nervous there. You can see 2 guys on and near the bridge. So yeah, but his weapon doesn't jam. Snap fire. Okay, so it's a basic to hit of 5 because he's short range. Okay, weapon skill is 0. And I am prone on the bridge. Now, does the bridge give any cover? No, it is a -1. Clear, string, bridge, road, or ford. Yeah, okay, so it's -1. So his basic to hit was 5. -1 is 4. Ah, it was snap fire, wasn't it? minus another 2 makes it 2. He rolls a 3. So that's a miss. Let's double check that. Basic hit 5. Prone 4. Weapon skill 0. Snap fire 2. Okay, so he just misses Anderson. And now a snap fire shot at Brewer will be the same. Rolls an 8 on that one. Okay, that's a miss. Okay, that's Mr. W. And Mr. S shoots. Where is he now? Same place, isn't he? He is. S. German activation number is 6, I believe. Yeah. 6 on condition 6 is paragraph 867. 867. If no active, there are active targets in sight, aren't there? If active target in sight, move as quickly as possible. If active target in sight, move as quickly as possible. Fall prone in first non-open hex entered. If no open hex is entered, fall prone in the last hex entered. Okay, so he's moving as fast as possible. That means he'll stand up. Okay. Then move as quickly as possible. So it's in J13. Okay. Let's go from J13. It says 707. 707. This might actually stop him, might it? Right. Put special reaction Y into effect for this German. This German ignores self-preservation while in special reaction Y. In addition, if condition 2 or 3 is go to no. So he's in special reaction Y. But what does that actually mean for him? I mean, it was moving as quickly as possible. So let's have a look. Y is 808. Will that change what he does? He was moving as quickly as possible, but J13, so by the looks of it, he will not leave there. 707, put special reaction J into effect for this German. Does he re-roll at that point? Let me check. Okay, so this German who got the Y gets a new activation number on here and then follows the instructions there. So the new activation number is 1. So I now look under that German 808. No, that was the previous one. So Y with a 1 is 060. 60. Okay, and follows that for the rest of this turn. 60. If bridge in G14 intact and no active Germans are in or adjacent to hex. Right, so hold on. Does this mean he's going to blow the bloody bridge? G14. If bridge in G14 intact, which it is, and no active Germans are in or adjacent to hex G14, there are none, see 565. This is sounding ominous. 565. Okay. The German throws a secret switch and the bridge blows up. When it goes, any soldier in the bridge hex is killed. Any soldier in an adjacent hex rolls for damage as if hit by a grenade outside. Blimey. Uh-oh. Okay. So we have a blown bridge. There must be a marker for that. Okay. So I'm going to put that in effect for that bridge there. Boom. That's blown. Okay. So then I've got to roll for the two guys adjacent, which is Anderson and Brewer, as if they've been hit by a grenade outside, was it? 565. When it goes, any soldier in the bridge hex is killed, while any soldier in an adjacent hex rolls for damage as if hit by a grenade outside. Okay, so where's my weapons chart? Right, grenade outside. Okay, right. So for Anderson, he rolls a 3. Grenade outside, that's a panic. And for Brewer, he rolls a 6. He's wounded and prone. He's already prone. Doesn't seem to have any effect than being prone additional. No. So Anderson panics and Brewer becomes wounded. Great. Change stance. Not what I wanted. I wanted a wound marker. Status. He's wounded. And Anderson panics. Well, he's finished anyway. So that was actually the last action of that turn. Okay, so I've D whatever one bridge, and he'd blown the other one. Yeah, maybe I should have done that one first, but you got to know, are you? Okay, and maybe if that one was already dewired, he'd have actually tried to switch to blow that one, which you can't do now. Okay, so where does that leave me with regarding victory conditions? I can't dewire the other bridge, so I can't get any more victory points. Okay, you received 10. Okay. In condition 4, 5, or 6, the game ends if there are no active Germans on the map and both bridges are captured and or blown, or all your active soldiers have exited the map from any map edge. I think it's time to get out of Dodge. If you capture, right, okay. You also receive victory points for the activation of Germans and their capture. BP loss for incapacity soldiers cannot be avoided in this mission. The mission ends in one of 3 ways. Okay, so we've now basically got to get out of town. By the nearest map edges, I suppose. Okay, so that is round 8. Done. B goes to there. And he's already prone to there. Round 9. Okay, random event. Okay, 6, 3, 9. It says 5, 5, 6. 5, 5, 6. Paragraph book 5, 5, 6. Artillery strike. To determine the impact hex, roll one die to determine the column. After the column is determined, roll a second die and add 10 to it to determine the row. Example, a roll of 6 followed by a roll of 3 goes around to land in F13. Okay, so for example, roll a 6 followed by a, sorry, all right, to determine the impact hex, roll one die to determine the column. So the die is 0. So that will be row A. Let's remove those, they're deleted. Row A, and then, for example, roll of 6 followed by a roll of 3, and then to the second roll, add 10. 7, so 17, A17, which is bloody hell right on the road. Boom. Okay. Place a crater in the packs. Any soldier in that hex, even Germans, are automatically killed. Okay. Terrain. Set on as the crater. And boom. Okay, so we've got random artillery coming in now. Maybe, well, just makes it, oh dear, oh dear. You know, one shelter land in J13, that would be nice. Okay, so that's a random event. Then initiative. Okay, I rolled a 0. The Germans rolled a 7. So the Germans have the initiative. 0 for me. So Anderson gets 2. That Brewer gets 1. 0. These cannot really do anything, are they? Okay, so 7 for the Germans. Schutz with 7. We'll get 2. Mr. W with 7 gets 1. Mr. P gets 1. Okay. And German activation number is 6. Schultz with a 6. Oh no, he was under special condition Y, wasn't he? So did I put a Y on him? I did. So he's still got a Y. And he rolled, it's a 6. It's 808. If one or two active targets in sight, crouch and conduct best fire, easiest target. Fall prone after fire if free chance stones are available. So he crouch and best fire at easiest target. Both the same. Okay. Didn't say anything. At easiest target, they're both the same to hit. Okay. So odd, he fires at Brewer. Rolled a 1. That's odd. Okay, so he fires at Brewer. So he crouches. And best fire. So it's a basic to hit of 5. Schultz's weapon skill is 0, so it stays 5. I'm prone on the road, makes it a 4. He rolls a 4. That's a hit. I should have done ammo first. 24. No, he doesn't jam. Okay, so 4 is a hit. Effect is a 4. The bolt action rifle. It's another wound. Brewer is now incapacitated. Bugger, 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 bugger. Just want to get out of here now. Darn it. Bloody bridge. Should have put anyway. So, actually, I didn't do these guys, did I, properly? Okay. No, a two. Um, all of them are going to be panicked because none are in command control. So I've only got one active guy this turn. No, Hansen. He's active, I suppose. Right, so that's Schultz. Thank you very much, Mr. Anderson. Okay. He stands. You know what? I'm actually going to go try back here, get my guys back under command control. Can't do anything for Brewer. One, H12. Had sighting for. Two, H11. Nothing. Three, H10. Nothing. Four, H9. Sighting three, what do you have? Sighting three. So we would have all sightings, so nothing. Okay. Cool. Go. Now we're under a new German activation number, and it's 7. Four. Edition 6 with a 7 is 862. Eight, 6, 2. You have no active target in sight. There aren't now. Move as quickly as possible. Fall prone if an active target in sight and free start trade zone. Move as quickly as possible. Okay, so he's in J12. What do you got at J13? So he's in J12. He goes into J13 for 2. Then whilst in J13, he goes to paragraph 707. It's something about that. J, isn't it? Let's have a look. 707. But special reaction Y into effect for this German. He gets a Y as well. I'll clone this? No. So we've got 2 with Y. Okay, so I roll it for a new German activation number. That's 6 because, and then with condition Y with a 6 is 60. Bridge G14 intact. no active German. G14 is intact. No, no, it's not. It's gone, is it? If G13 intact and no active Germans, right. Okay, if bridge G13 intact, was intact, and no active Germans are in or adjacent to hex G13, C565. So he's going to press a button, and it's going to go 565. All right, so yeah, he's flicking a switch, nothing happens. Ha ha ha. That was P. S. Schultz. He's also in condition Y, isn't he? And now with activations, number 6 is 867. No active target in sight. I don't think there is now an active target in sight. No. Move as quickly as possible. Right, he's in J13. Which says 707 again. 707. It's got a gone into a loop. 707. Got special reaction Y into effect for this German. It is. So Y condition. Just making sure I haven't made a mistake here. That's Schultz. He does 808. Oh, I take glasses askew. Okay, my bad. He does 808. Right. 808. No active target in sight. Crouch. Already crouching. Okay, that's it. Just crouches. It looks like once they're in J13, they don't want to move out. And Mr. W on first turn, 825. Crouch can snap fire as many times as possible, beginning with the closest and then the easiest. So he's going to fire all the time. If anyone goes near that bridge, which I ain't now. Okay, that's useful to know. Back to Mr. Anderson. Okay, I want to get at least one of these guys under control. So, I9. Sighting 3. There is no sighting 3. Already done that. J8 for 2. It says event. We're in rounds, so we don't have an event. But K6, 7, K8. It says event again. That's 1, 2, 3. L7. And you can see his buddy. Sighting 1. We've already had, so we had all the sightings. So, that's him done. Got a free stance change. I'll go into crouch. Okay. And then Mr. Happy here. Come out of prone. Across the movement point. And he can't get out of the building. Just can't get through the door. Cost 2 movement points. As long as he doesn't panic, he'll be able to get out next time. Gibbs panics, so goes prone. And both of these guys go prone. Okay, so that's who you got in here? Oh, and J. Gibbs. All done, Mr. J. He also panics. Okay. I think that ended that turn. So yeah, I'm just going to continue until the end now. It's going to make it maybe a long video. I don't see. Looks like these Germans are stuck here. Don't know. Muller is out of action. He's just sitting against the wall, just waiting the war to end. So my plan is to go and pick up this guy, come through the building, pick up these guys if I can, then come back and pick Hansen, and then leave. That's the plan. So we've just done, oh, was it round 9? Round 10. Random event. Unless the random event's completely screw with me. Okay, that's 10. 5, 5, 6. Sounds like an artillery strike. I remember these numbers get so similar. 5, 5, 6. 5, 5. Artillery strike. Bloody hell, what a memory. Impact hex. So the first hex is 5. So it's coming in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the E row. And then add 10 to this roll. It's 0, so it's 10. E10. Rain. Crater. Okay. Right. Next. Not renovate, it's an initiative. Okay, I roll a 7, they roll a 1. Germans with a, sorry, I with a 7, they roll a 1. 7. 7. Oh, they're already there, weren't they? So he'll panic. Okay, 1 for the Germans. Oh, well, I noticed that. Oh, we have a. That's how the Germans can panic. Oh, okay. See, you play the game for ages and you still learn something new. We have a German that's panicked. Woohoo! Mr. Anderson. Right, okay. He's now got this guy under command control. I want to keep them under command control. So now I want to pick up the automatic rifle. I'll spend a bit of time doing it. Gibbs only gets 1 action. So let's keep him under command control. Mr. Anderson will stand. He's going to start going back this way. So that's 1 into M8. This is where I, at some point, unleash a tiger tank. There's no tigers in it, but you know what I mean. I think of the Egg Panther. Sighting 7, no. So that's 1. How long is it going to take him to get the automatic rifle out of there? In equipment. Action. Change equipment. Soldier must be in a semi-hex equipment. Okay, so it's an action. Am I going to do that now? I just want to get off the board. No. Okay, so he's gone one. He then goes into M9 for 2. Multiple sighting. And then goes 3-4 into M10. Done. Okay, that's him done. He was crouching because he's had his free stance change. Okay. So that's Mr. Anderson done. Then we have Schultz. Schultz, German activation. Did I roll German activation number? I can't remember. I assume I did. That's the thing. I did. German activation number. S. Now he's in condition Y. He's rolled a 6. That's 808. That sounds familiar. Eight oh eight. There's no active target in sight. Crouch. He's already crouching. There is no active enemy in sight. Okay. Okay. So let's move Gibbs. So he comes out of prone, stands, and then Gibbs, how much movement has Gibbs got? He's got 4. So that's 1 and 8. So let's check it. Now, I think we've seen pretty much everything. Well, we've had all the sightings. So unless it sends me to a paragraph, so it's 1, 2, 3. Which is N9. And joins Mr. Anderson. That finishes his movement. Okay. Faulkner and Elmore go out of prone. And that's pretty much what they can do. I mean, let's have them standing. Yeah. Can't be seen there. Mm. Oh, can't see through a wall though, can they? But all maybe they can. No, they can't see. Germans can't see through walls. They haven't developed that secret weapon yet. Mr. J. Okay. Let's move him into. He's wounded as well. Okay. Let's delete his prone. Mr. Anderson again. Right. So I want to get to about here and keep them all under control. So let's see. 2. Shall we capture Muller? I don't get any points for additional points for capturing him. No. Let's move to there for 4. Through the windy. I should have actually checked in that hex. N8, N9, N10. Getting carried away there. N10. Nothing. And N11 through the windy. Again, this is a vent. There are no events within rounds. Okay, so that's that done. Mr. W? No, Mr. S. Mr. Schultz again. Okay, so it's a new German activation number. 2. Okay, so Schultz on a 2 is doing 60. 060. It doesn't clarify this one. For option 1, if bridge is G14 intact, no. If G13 intact, no, 565. If both bridges blown or German soldiers occupy, no, if German and G4 in G13 intact and no active Germans are adjacent, C565. He's trying to blow the bridge. 565. The German throws a secret switch and the bridge blows up, which it doesn't. When it goes, any soldier doesn't say. Basically, he's clicking the switch up and down, going Scheiße, Scheiße. Mr. W. Back to number 2. And is he on a special condition, J? He isn't. Okay. Condition. All right. That's 867. 867. That's the paragraph, I believe. With no active target in sight, move as quickly as possible. Well, we know what happens when you try to move from J13. J13 doesn't allow you to move out, so these Germans are stuck there until it goes to 707. 707, got activation J into effect. So they're all under J now. So sorry, Y. Let's delete that and put the Y at the top. Okay. Then I'll make a new activation number, which is 9. Then I'll look under the same guy. Y with a 9 is 60. Both bridges blown or Germans. Right, let's just see what 858 reads. Maybe that makes a bit more sense. 858. Yeah. No, it makes no real change. So they're not moving out of there. They're stuck until someone comes and tells them otherwise. Okay, which, from my perspective, is useful. Soldier P panics. Where is Soldier P? He's in there. So he falls prone. Put him right in the bottom of the stack. There we go. And Mr. Henderson. Where is he? All full prone again. Stands up, shits his pants, falls down again. Okay. I think that concludes round 10. Let's do round 11. So I'm going to carry on now until we actually get off. This makes it a 2-hour video. Yeah, well, you can always skip forward. I think personally the scenario is over. These Germans aren't moving. And I'm getting my shit together at last. Okay. So random event. 8 and 6, 14. 086. Oh, I don't see that. I think I've seen this one. 086. Oh, just 86, isn't it? Dudes. Star shell hits. To determine the impact hex, roll one die to determine the column. After the column is determined, roll a second die and add 10 to it. Right, so let's have a look. One die to determine its column. That's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the I row. Okay. Roll one die to determine the column. After the column is determined, roll a second die and add 10 to determine the row. Oh, wait a minute. Column, row, yeah. For example, a roll of 6 followed by a 3 would cause the round to land in F13. 6 is F, yeah. So we know we're in the I column. The second one, add 10. That's a 9, so that's 19. So we have a star shell land in I-19, which is right at the edge of the board. Do we have a star shell? Oh, we do. I-19. Boom. Star shell illuminates the hex it lands in and all hexes within 3 hexes of the impact hex. An illuminated hex may be seen by any soldier that has line of sight to the hex, which is not blocked by terrain. Okay. The 5 hex night range does not apply when the hex being looked at is illuminated by a star shell. It didn't really land anywhere useful. So, okay, that was a random event. Okay, activation numbers. Okay, I roll a 7 and they roll a 4. I roll a 7. And they roll a 4. Okay. So, all my guys there, Mr. He panics again. He's okay. They're all okay. They're all okay. All right, Mr. Anderson. Is it worth trying to get my incapacitated guys off the board? I don't get any points back for them, but getting them off the board means I will survive for the next scenario. I can't get Brewer. I've been taken out that. Do I stay or do I go now? Yeah, move into that hex there. Okay, so that's Mr. Anderson done. Okay. Soldier pick didn't roll German activation number. 1. Okay. Mr. P. They're all under Y. He rolled a 1. Says 800. Lie prone. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking the battle's over. Okay. Gibbs. 2, 4. Maybe I should have rolled for Mr. Anderson. And 10, 11, and 12. What he moves there. There's event. Again, we know no events. Okay. That's Gibbs moved. So we know where he is. Mr. J, you're moving to B3. Although don't activate a German tank or something. No. Okay. E and F. Okay. And Mr. Anderson, yeah, he's carrying somebody. I'll have to check the rules on carrying. Okay, things have moved on a little bit. I can't remember why, but I did pause the recording, and now, so wherever this is, there's been a little bit of regrouping of the Americans here. I picked up one guy and dragged him up to here. I'm just trying to work out, is there any way these special considerations are actually lifted? Because it's not helping the Germans at all, is it? Well, I haven't seen anything. No. Okay, so yeah, partway through round, this is turn 12, so sorry. There's been a bit of a jump. Not much has happened. As I said, I'm trying to get off board. I said I'm going to continue this until the bitter end. I want to see how many of my guys I can actually survive. So up to Mr. W on what is the German activation number? Is 3. He's doing 60, which is flicking that switch. Okay. Then here we go, Mr. P. We're in turn 1, so I have to roll a new German activation number, which is number 2. Mr. P. He's doing 60, flicking that switch. S. 60. And W. 60. So they're not coming out of that building. They're stuck there. Okay. So, Anderson into P11, dragging incapacitated guy. P11. Just an event. Okay. What happens to the dude? 1. Okay, he's all right. We then get. That was a mistake. He goes into there. Gibbs has got an initiative of 2. Ian Faulkner. Faulkner's got 2. That'd be 6. Actually, if I get them all together, then. There we go. Yeah, the mistake is I moved Ambrose too far. Okay, Ambrose. All these apart from J. And yeah, J. Do we carry on moving him? Go on then, C3. You never know. I just got to keep him alive. None. Okay. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the end of that turn. Well, I was putting them all in the panic area. No idea. There we go. Right. Yeah. Turn 13. Okay. Random event. 11. Oh, 86. 86. Well, that's not artillery shot. Or another star shell. 86. Star shell. Okay. So it lands in 9. That's the I row. And 17. It's not really shedding any light on over here. Okay. I'm glad the Germans think I'm still in this area. Or is it an American star shell? Who knows? But we're going the other way. Okay. I roll a 6, they roll a 3 for initiative. 6 for me. Anderson gets 2. They all get 1. My goodness. He gets 2. 3 for the Germans. 3, 3, and 3. Okay. So I'm going to actually start with Hanson. Finally, it comes out of prone. Can't move out the building, but he comes out of prone. You know we're going to get 2 actions with him. That's his first action. Anderson moves here, dragging Denton. That is hex Q11. Nothing. And rolls a 9. Okay. Still okay. All right. Should I stop doing that? All right. Soldier W. Did I roll German activation number? Of course I didn't. 2. Well, it's same as again. They're just staying in that building. No one else seems to want to come on. It's just a loop. I don't know if I'm missing something here. But, okay. I suppose if I start attacking, then they'll start shooting, but I'm not attacking. I'm just trying to get out of town. Right. So that's W. Right. Mr. Anderson moves again to R10. R10. Oh, nothing. And a 4. Okay. At which point, Mr. Hanson, who's wounded, can actually leave the building. 2 movement points. Okay. I think I'm going to keep Jay where he is. Right. Gibbs and the other 2. They're all going to move together 1x. Okay. So we've got to determine what happens to Connor. It's an 8. He's okay. Yeah, I want to keep them together. I should have. Can a wounded guy actually can be moved from one hex to another by an active standing soldier. Interesting. An active standing soldier. Okay. So a wounded guy can carry an incapacitated guy. Fair enough. That's all them three done. German activation number, new one, is still 2. So we know what that means. They aren't doing anything. Okay. So that ends that round. Um, so I'm just going to be continuing this till the end now. So we've got to round 14. Okay. I mean, as it stands, victory point wise, I've got 4 for blowing the bridge. So I'll just add that on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 13 victory points and losing 6 for 2 incapacitated guys. So 13 take away 6 leaves me at 7. Well, how many victory points did I need? 10, wasn't it? So I don't think I can win the scenario. Can't win the scenario. I've got 13 for the Germans entered and the bridge. And I've lost 3 guys incapacitated, which is 6. So I can't win the scenario. And I'll get 2 victory points if he's 15 take away 6. So I'll lose it by 1. There's no real way to increase my victory points by taking out these Germans, because I've already gained a victory point for them being on the map. So taking Muller as prisoner doesn't gain me any additional. Shame, but there we go. Okay. Random event. So I can't win. That's a 7. That says S9051. We've had S9, so nothing. Activation numbers. 8 for me, 5 for the Jerrys. 8 for me. Still active. 5 for the Jerrys. Okay, German activation number 4. That might mean they do something a bit different. Okay, so let's check them because these are all protected. So he panics. Falls prone. Oh, yeah, falls prone at the end of the turn, but you know what I mean. Okay, F, E, and G. They're all stacked together, so they actually keep urging each other on, which is useful. Yeah. Okay. So Okay. Faulkner will move 2 hexes. 1, 2. So it's 011. Should do these 1 hex at a time. 011. Done. And then P10. Done. That's him done. Yes. Well, if any of you are still watching at this point, yeah, sorry about that. That was a phone call. So, yeah, I'm going to have, yeah, Gibbs can move 1 hex, dragging Connor. And that means we'll have Elmore move 2. 1, 2 to P11. We know O11 is fine. P11 will probably be fine too. It says event, but we're not in operations, you see, because the Germans are still active. I haven't taken them out. And then Gibbs dragging Connor. Oh, rolls a 0. Connor gushes of blood. Coughs his out. Says, sorry, just can't make it. Darn. Status. He's KIA. Okay. So German W. We have an activation number of 4 on the Y. That's 857. That is different. That is different. If inside building, stand and conduct best fire at closest target, fall prone after fire, 3 starts fail. If not inside building, crouch and conduct, well, he's inside building, stand and conduct best fire. There's no one to fire at. So he does nothing. Okay. All right. So Gibbs now has really been released, hasn't he, effectively? So he'll move 1, 2. So that's Q11. Nothing. That's 2, 3, 4. Okay. These guys go 1, 2, 1, 2. And Hanson will go 1. Oh, wait, we have made T9 before. None. Okay. And that is U9. None. Okay. I just leave Mr. Anderson to go 1 hex. Dragon Denton. Roll a 7. Okay. Gym activation number is 2. Well, we know what that means, don't we? They're not doing anything. So this is just basically seeing if I can get anyone off. I don't think, well, unless something activates over this side of the board, which I obviously don't know, I'm just going to have to keep moving until I get them off. I'm not going to do anything with this guy. He's worth 2 victory points at the end if he's still active when the scenario ends. So, okay. Unless there's a random event that brings in some more Jerry's. I'll do the next turn. I'm not even going to write down what turn I'm on anymore. 7, 6, 13. 7, 2, 4. Star shell dissipates. Okay. Creation numbers. Okay, I roll a 7, Germans roll a 6. I roll a 7. Germans roll 6. German activation number is 4. Okay. Mr. Anderson will go 1 hex again. Carrying Denton. Rolls an 8. Mr. P with a 4. Condition Y, 8, 5, 8. I think we worked that out last time. 8, 5, 8. No target in sight, crouch. Otherwise, Jerry's aren't doing very much. Okay. Anderson didn't panic because he's within 2 of my guy, Anderson. So he's fine. He goes there. Mr. Anderson will try again. And rolls 3. That's Mr. Anderson finished. Right. These 2 guys. 1, 2 there. Gibbs. 1, 2. 3, 4 to there. U8. None. Okay, I think I'm going to call it there. I think these guys are going to get off. Can't see the Germans doing anything. I think that's the scenario pretty much over. Or no, you never know. So I can't win the scenario, but see what the German activation number is. See if it changes anything. 5, 8, 5, 8, 8, 0, 8, and 8, 5, 7. None of those were moving, so all shootings and such forth. So Germans do nothing. Don't jump to conclusions. Random event, so you never know. Tank could come up. 9 plus 5, 14. Oh, 8, 6. Is that another star shell? Indeed. 0. So it's A. 3. That's A13. A13. It's way over here. 16, 15, 14, 13. There we go. No consequence, really. All right. Activation numbers. 7 and 7. I think the German gives the Germans the initiative. Okay. So Anderson on 7, 2. These guys on 7, 1. This guy on 7, 1. He's in the command control. 7, 2, 7, 1, and 7, 1. Germans have the initiative. Okay. Activation number 0. Okay. So who's up there? Schultz. With a 0 under Y is 800. I think that's just full prone, isn't it? I started to gain familiarity with the paragraphs. 800. Live prone. Okay. Anderson. Dragon Denton. Rolls a 4. Okay. Schultz. That's a new activation number. It's a 6. 6 for. I've got to do these in order. Mr. P first. Mr. P with a 6. Doing 60. Still trying to flick that switch. Mr. S with a 6. Paragraph 839. No active target in hex, crouch, and conduct best fire at closest target. No. And W with a 6. 857. Conducting best fire. All right. So I don't think there is any options for these Germans other than to. They're not leaving that building. Okay. These guys go there. Can't go any further. Gibbs goes to there. All right, so I should check that one. V6, V7. No. And then this lot go to here, which is W8. No. Okay, and checking for Denton. Okay, 6. That's all of them. Okay, I'm not going to actually. No, I was going to say not do the Germans, but I'm not off yet. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, whatever the next turn is. Another event. 9 and 4. 13. Sure, we've had that one before. 7, 2, 4. Is that an artillery shell? 7, 2, 4. Star shell dissipate. I think we have. Oh, yes, we do. We do have one on. These numbers aren't. The random events have been very dull. Star shell lands. And off it goes. Boom. Okay. Initiative. I roll a 4. Germans roll a 9. Germans have the initiative. I have a 4. 4s. And 4. He's under command control. Excellent. 9. 9. 9. And 9. Okay. German activation number 3. I can't see this changing now. But Schultz with a 3. 60. No. Hansen. 1. X7. None. White 7. These guys do behave a hell of a lot better if you've got command control. Two guys landing across the bridge was the other side was bad news. All right. New activation number for the Germans. 6 P 60. Clicking a switch. S 839. Sorry, 808. Sure, it's going to be a firing again. No, target crouch. Mr. W. With a 6 with a Y. 857. Inside building, stand and conduct best fire. None of those apply. Okay. Mr. Anderson. With Denton. So 1. Gibbs. W7. None. That's 1, 2, 3. And off. These two guys were there. Okay. That's that round. Okay, so what it seems like the Germans aren't going to do anything. I'm just going to roll for these guys now. So I still got to roll for random defender, I suppose. You never know. 2. That's a bit different, isn't it? 2. 886. 886. If S6, if S8, if S9 not occurred, if S6 has occurred, see 097. S6 has occurred, 097. US soldier 06 has already entered, no effect. Okay, he has already entered. All right. There's 2 numbers. 7 for me and 6 for the Germans. 7. Yeah, I did all these, didn't I, from last time? 7 for me. And 6 for the Germans. Mr. Anderson. With Mr. Denton. 7. Soldier P. German activation number is 5. They're not going to do anything. As we know. Okay. Gibbs is already off. J isn't moving. These 2. It's there for 2 movement points. And Hanson is off. Wow. Okay. Mr. Anderson, I'm not moving off because that'll move them out of command control, so he actually stays there. 3 Germans. I'm not going to work it out. They're not moving. There's nothing there that says otherwise. It's just if I can get all my guys off. And we've gone through every hex there, so there's no events. So I'm now just going to move. So these guys will go 1, 2 to there. Mr. Anderson will stay there. The following round, they will then move off. And then Mr. Anderson will move off. The last die roll, that's a 7. So he gets him off. And that ends the game. Got all my soldiers off. That was the key word. He's still active, so I get 2 victory points for him. 1, 2 takes my total to 15. And I've got 3 incapacitated guys, which I don't get points for. So I lose 2 per. That's 6. That takes me to 9 VP total, which is a loss. I needed 10 to win. There we go. Right, so that's the end. I've got to work out what I've got left and who will be available for mission 5. But thank you for staying with me so far. Let's go back up to the top. Yeah, that did go on for a bit. Once those Germans were in that J13 building, they didn't want to move out, which I suppose until they receive orders, they don't know what's going on around them, which sort of makes sense. No, I was surprised they didn't, when they kept on flicking the switch and nothing happened, that one of them just said, oh, let's go and see if we can fix the wires or something like that. But that didn't seem to be part of the scenario. Overall thoughts for me, that was hard work. I mean, I think that was my 9th of ish landing, finally to get a scenario that was playable. Moving to real dice did help. It seemed to stop the low, high, which seems to happen with vassal dice because they're making an average, i.e. they hit with a low dice, they then kill with a high dice or incapacitate or whatever. Initiative rolls seem to be balanced out, which seems fine. Lost one of the guys trying to drag him off the field, but got one of them, so he can hopefully carry on into the next scenario, which is what I'll have to work out. Mission 5 will be done. It will be the next scenario. And I have to see how well these guys, what they've learned. I've lost at one point. It seems to be the way the scenarios go. If I'd managed to knock out that other bridge, then I would have won. But again, if I just hung around there, it just seems as soon as those Germans are in that building, they're going to try and blow it. And that's it. So if I was to do this scenario again, or hey, you guys are going to do it, take out the J13 building before you take out the bridges, because then they can't blow it. So that's one way you could look at it. You learn by doing. Will I redo this scenario again? Not a chance. Not a chance. Was it fun? Yes, it was. Frustrating, but fun. But I wouldn't do it again. No, I will do a different scenario. Like I say, I'm going to do mission 5 anyway. Will I do this scenario again probably in 10 years' time? Well, maybe. I might have forgotten everything by then. No, I can't see me doing it again. Every mission prior to this, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3 being great. Even 3, where I got my butt whipped by tanks chasing me around and such forth, was more interesting or more fascinating or even just more fairer than this one. This one just seems blatantly unfair. And that's what it's maybe trying to represent. But as a jumping point off for a campaign, or if you had played the first 3, because the scenarios aren't in I wish they had been in chronological, and then it'll make more sense. Starting off with this one and then moving into the other one. I know there's more rules for this, and that's maybe one way to look at it. But I intend to do the other 4 scenarios in chronological order, which I think actually does mean mission 5 next, because all right, obviously this was 6th of June. Or maybe as this is a new squad. Oh, that's interesting. July 4th, Operation Pickpocket is mission 5. Mission 1 is June 44. Should I do that again? Maybe I'll do that again off screen. Mission 2 is August 44. Mission 3 is Belgium. Mission 5 is July 44. Mission 6, January 45. Mission 7, August 44. Mission 8, September 44. So in actual fact, I might do mission 1 again off screen. I mean, I've already done it on the screen, but with this remaining of this squad, and then carry them on in chronological order. So the ones I haven't done before, I'll do a screen like we're doing here. The ones I have done before, I won't. That way I can see there's a way to develop this squad a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you had fun watching it, please hit the subscribe and the like button. In fact, even if you didn't have fun watching it, please hit the like and subscribe button. But any comments? All right, so I took out one bridge. Has anyone ever taken out both bridges? Especially if you know the J13 building. Until next time, guys, play games. Have fun. Bye-bye, Internet.